hey there, YouTube fellow silver stackers, silver pours, silver enthusiasts. AG Ender back with you again. And since I'm waiting for some molds to be made, I thought I would give the router and a piece of wood a try and see how it turns out. I'm guessing around 2 ounces. This might be 3, so you know what? I'll do 3 of these buffalo rounds, melt those down, and see how this turns out. Never know. Might find something new to do here. Like I said, not a unique idea. There are a few others out there who do it in wood, so we'll see how it turns out for me. I will be back in a few when it's ready to pour. Okay, so we're ready to pour and see how this looks. First time I've done this, so you never know how it's going to turn out. Got to get a little bit hotter here, not quite there. Like others make a comment too, you want to get to the pouring temperature, so when you switch it around here, it doesn't get stuck on the sides anymore. But here we go. Well, that's definitely interesting. Like I said, the first time I've tried it this way, it doesn't quite look like it filled the mold completely. I'm going to let it go here a little bit. Most people I've seen do this have let it stop burning on its own. Move this over a little bit away from things. There's definitely an interesting looking contour there on the top, so starting to cool off, at least to the point where it's not big giant flames anymore. There we go. Fan here. Move some of this air around. Push that out of the way. So I'm going to let this cool a bit more. It's still glowing in there. Let's see if I can get you a close up. See, the edges are all still glowing. I kind of went for a bow tie kind of looking thing here with what I drew on there, and then used the router on to route out and see what it looks like. So we'll give this a little more time, and I'll come back after I drop it in the water and get it out of the piece of wood here. Okay, so I just dropped it in the water, pulling it out here, dry it off a little bit, and then show you how it looks. Here's how it came out. It's kind of interesting looking the way it cooled there, but that's the front. In the back, definitely interesting the way it came out. Kind of looking at trying to figure out how I'm going to stamp this. Not sure how, but kind of a cool look to it. So here's what we got for right now. I will possibly come back in a bit with another pour or a wrap up on what I've got, and actually my wrap up on a few other pieces. Well, one other piece I did earlier in the week. So I will see you soon. So I got one more. I'm going to try this triangle, see how it turns out. There's not a lot with what I have that I can do with much detail, so here's what I'll do and see how it turns out. I'm going to go with 2 ounces. It's probably going to be a bit less than that, but don't want to have an under pour, so I will be back when I'm ready to pour. Well, looks like we're basically ready, so we'll get this up to pouring temperature and make another pour. And here we go. A little bit extra in there. So not quite 2 ounces. Move that over. Let this do its thing for a moment. And too bad, as bright as it is, you can't quite see how it's cooling there. Got kind of a pit that formed in the middle. Now what I may do is re-pour this after I get the coal look on the bottom and use the rest of that's left in here. There's a little bit in there, so I think I might do that depending on what this looks like when it comes out. But I will come back when it's cool and after I put it in the water. So here's how it turned out. See if I can get a little bit better focus on this. It keeps wanting to pick up the words there. Back, a little bit of black there. So I think what I will do is re-pour this, try and use the rest of that, and hopefully the crevices down there will fill up and take the rest of that silver that's left in there in the dish there. So I will come back and show you what I come up with. Okay, we're pretty much ready for pour number 2. That poured basically all of it. One little drop there that didn't come out, but I think we'll do just fine with this. The way it is right now, we'll see, maybe it'll pour nice and smooth there on this side. Who knows? No, it's going to have some interesting cooling lines, definitely. I'm going to let it kind of go here and see how the lines turn out. It is staying pretty pooled up there right in the middle. And move around a little bit, see if I can show you. Not really. The flames are just too bright, it looks like. Oh, the cooling's gone, and it didn't quite go smooth like I had hoped there for a moment, but we'll blow this out and let it cool a bit more. Nope, still doesn't want to go out. Still pretty warm in there, so I'll come back here in a moment and show you what it looks like. So, here we go. Got the front side here. Like I said, it was kind of getting some lines. It looked like maybe real slowly it was going to while it was cooling, but never quite did what it looked like it might. It still looks pretty good. I can probably smooth that out and get that a nice mirror finish on this side. And the back side, of course, has that kind of skin look, almost like the ones that Mr. Vulcan does, his gator bars, which I definitely don't want to take anything away from him, so I'm going to thank him for the inspiration to try it this way. One of them, I know Mr. Christopher Sanchez does some carving out of blocks of charcoal as well, which have similar look to them here and there. But there's that one. And grab the scale. And by the way, the first one I did, I'll throw that on the scale here too, but that came out to 2.96 ounces. And one more. And this one at 1.97. So, and like I said, here's that first one, 296. So, we'll get these. This one I did polish up a little bit already, so here's how this one ended up. I'll figure out how I want to stamp it, kind of mess with that some, see how hard I have to hit the stamps to get it through some of this ripple look, or I don't know what you want to call it, kind of look here, almost dimpled like a golf ball in some spots. So I will see you soon with a wrap-up. Here they are, polished up. All I'm going to do today, they're 9.6 or 2.69 troy ounces, and then did get a bit of a mirror finish there on the front of this one. There's the back, 1.98 troy ounces. So there are those two. that will do it for the day. So I want to thank you all for checking out this little new project and see how it turned out for me. Didn't turn out too bad. I might have to do this some more, or get some blocks of graphite and make my own graphite molds. We'll have to see what happens in the future. For now, thank you all for checking it out. Likes, shares, comments, subscriptions, all your support is much appreciated. I will catch you all next time. AG Enders signing off. Have a good day.